Do you feel strongly that the will is there? One, take note of the fact that up till now, if we're looking as far back as 2001 till date, do you feel strongly that there is a political will in a country where for more than 10 years Boko Haram has held sway and they've done all kind of atrocious activities within the country, and yet not a single one has been brought to justice to the point where you will say convicted and going to prison for 10 years or 5 years or 2 years or even 2 months?
I will answer you directly, but let me just say this. It's just like, you see, we're talking about ICC here, yes. International Criminal Court.
Yes.
It's just like when you hear people saying that, okay, because of the crude oil theft in Nigeria, we needed now to bring in foreigners to come and help us to checkmate that. I overheard people say we even need to introduce or use technologies such as SCADA, capillary chromatography, and mass spectrometry. And when I hear this thing, I shake my head. These things are very simple and easy to check. Like he was saying, we should go back to the basics and look at the history. I'm happy we're not talking about the class of the terrorism we're experiencing. Is it international or local groom? You know, what we are experiencing is simply domestically planned, hatched, and mutated terrorism. And I'm telling you, international terrorism is very, very easy to control and check compared than the local groomed. And
yes,
you know, I said this is a domestic, and I'm telling you, domestic, strange enough, people don't accept it, but domestic terrorism is more difficult to check. International terrorism simply means you have international elements and ideologies filtering into your system. I can tell you, among all kinds of tactics, whether military, political, social, you can just apply 3 measures and you cut off international terrorism. I'm coming. If you cut off the funding, right, you cut off the training and you cut off communication, you will do away with international terrorism. But when you have local terrorism, you are talking about people, fellow Nigerians, that have taken time to recruit, indoctrinate, and radicalize fellow Nigerians against Nigerians. And let me tell you why this thing we need to accept that we Nigerians need to collectively fight it. Fellow Nigerians, I'm telling you, took their time to get recruits, train them, and radicalize them to the point where those radicalized Nigerians can go and want to kill a Shehu of Borno and a Bayero, Ado Bayero of Kano. I'm telling you, these are Nigeria. It's just like saying you groom people to want to come and try to kill the Alafin of Oyo or Obi. The radicals, the extremists.
Who are the radicals?
The
radicals there are reports that they have recruiters and those who radicalize them. They come into the country.
No, but recruits are different from people who empower terrorists. What we are saying, if you internationally, we can chop this thing off. But when you group and hatch them, mind you, their approach is not conventional. These are people who use guerrilla approach. First of all, they permeate within the people. Why is it that in Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India, they are not able to control this thing? It's because everybody carries beards. It's a Pashtuni. So carrying beards does not necessarily make you a radical. So in the same thing, when you go to like Kano or Maiduguri, you see somebody with a kaftan. He is not necessarily a violent person. But what I'm telling you is this. If for anybody to tell me Nigeria is not awakened, our name has been messed up on the international pedestal. Economically, we know many people who graduate in the north now come to either the middle belt to Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Lagos, adding to the pressure of unemployment, and you say the country will not wake up. All I am saying is this: the level these guys have reached today, the level of sophistication is beyond their original political recruiters.